I will love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God, my strength in whom I will trust. My shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies.
Well, what a voice. Good. I covered it. I never had a strong voice, but I could preach all the way 50 years worth and get by. The preachers that had a hard time were those that had a voice that was very weak. And they were just bringing in microphones. They didn't help because they had these water blowers to blow over the water to cool the place. And they'd shout over that and they'd lose their voice. That's the way it was. Well, I think everyone here today probably knows the story, the biblical truth of David and Goliath. And over disobedience on killing the Amalekites who attacked God's people, Saul was renounced as king. He kept animals alive and all kinds of things. David was chosen to be king. And Saul was very jealous. You can kind of understand that because the women came out and they sang, Saul has killed his thousands, David his 10,000. Saul said, what more do they want but the kingdom? He had nothing left, he felt. Well, there were battle with the Philistines. Jesse sent 3 of his oldest sons and give the captain of their organization, I don't know how they organize, but give them some parched corn and 3 cheeses and see if your brethren are okay and take their pledge. Well, he went up there in the valley of Easley and they were shouting before the battle. And he wanted to see it. Fighting with the Philistines. Now, who are they? We think that they come from over west Greece, somewhere over that way. They were Minoan or they were Greeks, and they were put there as a buffer maybe by Egypt. They were fighting men, and they were really strong at that. When Pharaoh said, you can go, Moses, take your people, you can go. God wouldn't let them go by way of the Philistines. They were so fierce and all. The people of Israel would want to turn around and go back to Egypt. David went with the cheese, and his Philistine captain or champion came out. His name was Goliath. You know what that means? I've looked it up. Some books say one thing always, some say another. But most of them I found said the name Goliath meant splendor. If I were going to fight him, I'd say, oh, splendor. I'd probably call him that, but not otherwise. He had a helmet, and they said he was, now I looked at several books. I can't prove this. Goliath's not around. I wouldn't want to go near him if he was around. But they say, I'd always thought 9 feet. I saw about 4 books that said they figure up the cubits with a 21-inch cubit. It's sort of the royal cubit. He turns out to be about 10.5 feet tall. I think you boys could have taken him, couldn't you? You could take him down. Well, his armor weighed 125 pounds. He could take that in his hand, sling it around, knock all my friends down. He had on greaves. They were brass and they covered the shin because some soldiers could be hurt there. He had a target on his back, kind of a little round shield. He had a staff. Now, how would you like to go up? You young men want to fight a guy today that has a stick that weighs 17 pounds. And it's like a stick to him. He had a spearhead, 16 pounds. That's about a shot put's weight. And morning and evening, he went up to challenge, send me a champion. I'm a Philistine, send me an Israelite. He who wins the battle. Everyone would like that, but no one would do it. I don't think I would have. I don't know, when I was young, the younger you are, the harder you try to die. You don't think, I might have tried it. But it would be crazy. Well, to me, he cursed David by his gods. If you come to me with a stave, am I a dog? That little David, come to me. I don't know how he did it. Could have come to me, little boy. He cursed him by his gods. And I will give your flesh unto the fowl of the air and to the beast of the field. David then replied. This is why I chose David, because 50 years of preaching, I still think the hardest thing is trust in God. We can do more. If our heart was right, as I'm telling how much more I would know. We just got to keep working at it. But David said, come to me, and I'll give thy flesh to the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field. And David then said to the Philistines, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, of the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. See, you're already sunk because that's the way David feels, because you defied God, taking on his people like this. This day will the Lord deliver thee into my hand, and I will smite thee, and I will take off thy head from thee, and I will give the carcasses of all this host of the Philistines to the birds of the air, and to the beasts of the field. And all this assembly, Israelites, Philistines, all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, but the battle is the Lord's, and he will give it to whomsoever he will. Well, anyway, the Philistine came. David took a stone out of the 5 he had picked. He sling it, and it sunk right in the head. Is that strong or a weak spot or whatever? It was sunk right into the head of Goliath. And Goliath fell on his face on the ground. David went over, got his sword, cut off his head. And the Philistines saw that. There comes a time in battle you make decisions. I know a prayer that a Marine sergeant had prayed. He was heading to the beach. And he said, now, God, you know, in a few seconds, I'm going to be very busy. And I may forget it. Don't forget me. That's the main thing. Well, he cut off his head. The Philistines, they thought, this shield is kind of heavy. My feet are more important. Threw it down and took off. It was the run. It was the chase. I determined, I've been preaching about 50 years. I don't know how long. I don't know how many debates I've had. I don't know how many people I've baptized. I don't know how many gospel meetings I've been. I don't know anything. I do miss my wife. She'd probably know if I asked her. She'd count it all up. But I do know I wanted to find some lessons in David and Goliath that I had never noticed before. And maybe they'll do you some good. You'll think on them. You've got a lot of good you can do the rest of your life. And I'm not quitting. I have maybe a year left, maybe 2, maybe 10. I may just grit my teeth and go 12. But nevertheless, we can do more. Well, to give us cheer, got to put this in there for a lesson. These things are written for our admonition and are given for those that believe. Well, these things will give us cheer. They're parakalesis, the Greek is. They give us comfort. They give us solace. Can you right now try to look around your life and say, here's my biggest challenge. Ugh. I don't know what it is. It may be a bully. It might be going to college. It might be going in the military. It might be getting married. You don't know. What's your biggest challenge right now? God put the story of David and Goliath in the Bible to cheer you.